Hello, everybody. Welcome along. My name is Benjamin Bloom. This is the Benjamin Bloom Football Channel. Please leave your bias at the door. And here we are once again on a Monday evening for Fulham versus West Brom in the watch-along. It's a dearly departed double for us tonight. I will be doing a double shift this game here between Fulham and West Brom. And then straight after, well, I'll have a little gap. We're going to be doing Leeds versus Leicester as well. So this is a very, very big one down at the bottom of the Premier League table for two of our dearly departed sides. Let me know if you can see me, hear me, all of that jazz, and say hello in the comments. Also, get your predictions in ahead of time. We are about to go to the split screen, and we will have a look at why this is such a big game so early on in the season, because there is the bottom of the Premier League table. As you can see, Fulham, they're in 19th, West Brom in 17th. They both need a win, don't they? 6 games without a victory for both teams. However, West Brom do have 3 draws, and those 3 draws all came within the last 4 games. Ergo, 1 defeat in 4 for the Baggies, whereas it does look more like 1 draw in 6 for Fulham. We can frame these statistics any way we like. It's not good for either of them. Obviously, Burnley are also down there helping out 3 of our dearly departed in terms of West Brom, Sheffield United and Fulham. However, trouble for all of them and no wins between the entire bottom 4, and we're now into game week 7. So really, both of these teams do not want the unhelpful draw tonight. They really, really could do with a victory. We'll look at the teams in just a second. Trevor is here. Another loss tonight will be the end for Parker. Interesting. Baps says, can't see West Brom losing this. They've been getting progressively better, whereas Fulham have stalled. Parker's interviews tell the tale he can't put his finger on it. Drowning, I'm afraid. Maybe so. Lewis, thank you. Lewis is here. He's just signed up on Patreon. You can do so. Help a brother out. We're going into another month of lockdown. I'm doing my best here. We've grown to 13,000 subscribers, but need all of your help. Jay is a super duper Patreon and subscriber, and that, I guess, is a good time to mention, right on cue there, that Jay is our fan sponsor, Jay Coyle, of all of our dearly departed shows. Dearly departed, also known as Ben, couldn't bear to lose us. So big thank you to Jay for his prediction. And we will also thank the great Charlie Frost, 30 years of Laura Rule. Here's to many more. He is the sponsor for our watch-alongs. This kind of takes in both. Jay said 2-0 Fulham. Just out of the shower again. Not just out. I think I've been out about an hour or so now. This hair takes a while to dry. Fulham could move up to 17th and West Brom 16th. So this is huge, as Mr. Trump would say. Yes. General election in America for tomorrow. Goodness me. Chris is here. 1-1, says Chris. Jamie, hoping this ends in a draw, not 0-0. Looking good, Ben, says Neil. Think a draw is the most likely result. Nathan says, you paid for this, and puts a laughing face on. Nathan, this is my job now. This is my job. Ali Sadiq is here. He says, hi. Hamza didn't leave his bias at the door because he says 84-0. And then 1-0. Fulham will be invincible reverse, i.e. go the entire season without a win. I think I know what you're getting at there, Nathan. Giacomo says Fulham will win this one 2-1. Anderson to score a power header from his own goal line. Optimistic. Cods Vlogs, thank you, sir. Yes, and do send my apologies to the gang tonight. I'm on a double watch-along here this end. West Brom have a better manager. Probably inarguable, that, Alistair Sadiq. Game's kicking off in 10, George there. Right, shall we have a look at the teams? Slaven Bilic looking very tough, but then sporting a very sparkly earring in his left ear. He's got the brute big guy look, and he's going for the sparkly earring there. Anyway, he can wear what he likes, can't he? As I try and persuade people all the time. Shall we have a look at the teams? Let's go a little bit bigger on that. And we'll see what the two managers are up to. Both seem to be kind of finding their formula now. For Fulham, it's been a back 4, but a very different looking back 4 than the one that got them promoted last season. No more Hector to Reeve to Ruddock to Brian to Adoy. In fact, none of them are there. My God. So the entire Fulham back five from last season has been bombed out within 7 games. Areola in goal. Anderson, that is good news for Fulham. They signed him and he immediately got injured, I think in like his first day or two of training. So that will be a debut. Someone will correct me if I'm wrong in the chat on that. I don't think he's played yet for Fulham, has he? Adarabio, who we've seen on loan at West Brom and at Blackburn. Good for him. He's getting a go at the Premier League, the young Man City defender. Iain, who's come out of nowhere to solve the right back problems. And Anthony Robinson ahead of Joe Bryan in the fullback positions. That's the midfield three that went against Palace, isn't it? Anguissa and Lamina will likely sit with Kearney having some license to get forward there. And again, up top, no more, is it? We thought Cavaliero, Knockout and Mitrovic would be just a ticket down in the Championship. Never really worked, did it? But what is working is Ademola Lookman, who looks like a really excellent signing for Fulham on loan from Leipzig. Again, someone hit me in the comments if I got that wrong. Mitro, obviously, the main guy there. And Bobby Reid down the right-hand side. Options off the bench for Fulham. Well, basically a lot of the people that got them up last season, plus some quality there with Ruben Loftus-Cheek. Ruddock, Brian, Adoy, Reeve. So that's 4 of last season's back five, less Hector. Loftus-Cheek, surprised he's not starting, but maybe rested. Reed and Cavaliero in there. Get your thoughts in on that Fulham team. Let's go through the West Brom team. So this is is that exactly the same starters as Brighton? It's very similar if it's not exactly the same. I think that might be unchanged. Correct me in the comments again. Johnston in goal. So Furlong, Ivanovic, Ajayi and Townsend across the back. No O'Shea, no Gibbs. Higazi obviously has left the club. Nice to see Ajayi getting a go in the Premier League. I think that's quite well deserved. I hope he's good enough. Nice to see him coming up through Rotherham and then West Brom and into the Premier League. Livermore sits in front of the back four. No Romain Sawyers again. Kravinovic and Gallagher in front of him. Pereira and Diangana wide. Carlin Grant up top. The issue, as I saw it in the game at Brighton, was the distance between Pereira, Diangana, Grant and each other, and the goal as well. I had an interesting chat with a West Brom fan. There's the bench, by the way. Robinson, Phillips, Edwards, Sawyers on the bench, Bartley and Gibbs. I had an interesting chat with a West Brom fan. Some people get het up about formations and shapes. I always say, if you can justify logically what shape you think that is, whether you think that's a 4-3-3, a 4-1-4-1, or a 4-2-3-1, which all can depend on players being just 5 meters away from where they are. Use whatever terminology you like, but it's very clear the closer Pereira gets to the center of the pitch and Carlin Grant, the more dangerous West Brom are. If you're a Fulham fan, you'll want to see Pereira and Diangana way out on the wings with players between them and the goal. If you're a West Brom fan, you want to see Pereira inside, narrow. You want to see those fullbacks forward as often as you can. And that is how they can do bits in this game. Here come, very striking shirt West Brom are wearing there, red and yellow there. And out comes Bilic going for the suit jacket and a hat. Brilliant stuff. Very Eric Cantona, that, isn't it? Let's go to your comment. Sean, with a €10 super chat. Evening, Ben. West Brom should be too good for Ferrum. Marching on together, he says. Stay tuned later for Leeds, Sean. We'll be doing Leeds later on. And thank you so much, my friend, for the super chat. Jacob is here. He says, come on, you baggies. Jacob looks a lot like Carlin Grant, looking at his picture there. Derby nearly went the whole season without a win, but they beat Man City, if I'm not mistaken. We're talking about teams not picking up victories there. Fulham 1, West Brom 2, says Jacob there. Yes, it was Newcastle, wasn't it? Kenny Miller scored from outside the box. QPR forever is here. Ali Sadiq says, Ward-Prowse masterclass yesterday on his birthday. We will be talking about that on the full Dearly Departed show. I'm going to get to enjoy a few goals in that Villa-Southampton game. Put it that way. Baggy's unchanged. Thank you, Hamza. Carl says, I think West Brom will pile more misery on Fulham with a 3-1 victory. Mr. Bloom, I hope you're well, saying 2-1 Loftus-Cheek and Mitro. That'll be Loftus-Cheek on the bench if he does. QPR forever. Missed the review stream on Sunday at the gym. Get in there where you can. Fortunately, my hairdresser texted me today. I was booked in for the 6th. They've managed to fit me in on the Wednesday. What great news that is, hey? A report today coming out that Sheikh Khalid, DJ Khaled, sporting director Mr. Samuelson has contacted Eddie Howe. Would be amazing, right, Ben? Sounds interesting, for sure, for sure. Let's have a look here. Your local roadman says West Brom, easy win. Not a fan of this West Brom kit. I quite liked it, Jay, actually. Johnston has been class, says Ali Sadiq. And Ollie adds in there, Leeds to win 2-1. We will be doing Leeds and Leicester later on. I'll take a little break in between. That kit looks like a Spanish second-tier team. First up, does have a very Spanish vibe with the red and yellow, doesn't it? I quite like it, actually. I always like it when they reverse the badge as well. Ollie says Fulham 2-1. So the players are out. I suspect I might not even need to write any of these formations down. There we go. Sam says 1-0 West Brom. And QPR says, trying to leave my West London bias at the door. Honest. Don't talk to me about bias this weekend after some of the comments I got from the Norwich fans, let's just say. There we go. We try our best to make this a fun, unbiased channel. Sky are just showing the final formations. We're probably a couple of minutes away from kickoff. Mitro rocking the clean-shaven head and then the big beard. Big tough guy, Mitro. Alan says 2-0 West Brom, Matt Pereira and Jake Livermore. Specific, Alan. Love it. Whoever loses will be doomed, says Ali Sadiq. Whoever loses, could do with a win, let's just say. As they close in on Carlin Grant, who scored his first goal for West Brom down at Brighton. Lovely finish from him, coming inside and smacking home the goal there. We're going to get a minute's silence, I'm guessing, for the Poppies and for the death of Nobby Stiles. Not many of our World Cup winners still alive. So I'm going to talk through the minute's silence here whilst we're doing the broadcast, but obviously fully respectful of the Poppy appeal and Nobby Stiles. Thank you, Sam. Talented geezer. There you go. We try. Alan says, I think Dean Smith and Scott Parker are championship quality managers. We will find out. We'll see where they do a lot of their career. There, Nobby Stiles, MBE, 1942 to 2020. Always used to annoy me when people used to refer to the Makalele role. And yes, okay, Nobby Stiles was maybe a bit more of a destroyer, but there have been people for many, many years sitting in front of the back four and stopping other teams' play. We have a Piper, Fulham here. Nice touch there. Good on them for doing that. And here is here. He says 2-0 West Brom. Yes, Lewis, we will be here for Derby QPR on Wednesday. No watch along tomorrow night. Shelley's birthday tomorrow, so we're off for fish and chips with her brother before lockdown kicks in. Whoever loses tonight will lose their job. Maybe more so one way than the other, but there you go. Bobber says, come on, you baggies. And Alan says, we don't want that from a dearly departed point of view, do we? Right. The players all lined up on halfway. Let's bang through these teams for you guys one more time. So Areola in goal for Fulham. Robinson signed from Wigan in the summer at left back. Anderson, Adarabio and Aina, an all new back four. First time playing together. Kenny, Lamina and Anguissa in midfield. See how they line up. a chance you could get Kenny trying to move forward and advance in that 8 position to help out Mitrovic in the central positions. Mitro obviously up top with Lookman off the left, Bobby Reid off the right. West Brom, Johnston in goal as ever for them. Ivanovic adding some Premier League experience there alongside Ajayi at the centre halves. Townsend and Furlong, the fullbacks. Livermore, again, a bit more Premier League experience in there. With Gallagher, the loanee from Chelsea, and Kravinovic, the central midfielders. Pereira and Dean Garner. I'll repeat myself again. West Brom will be able to win this game provided those players don't get stuck out wide and nowhere near the goal. We'll see how it all lines up there. Up top, Carlin Grant, the new signing for West Brom. The players are taking the knee and we have kicked off. So we're looking from the camera position at the old Johnny Haynes stand at Fulham. And if you know the ground, Fulham are kicking towards the end with the park behind them. And Gallagher has it, but he can't find Dean Garner. And West Brom wearing a resplendent red and yellow kit in this one. Iain plays that one up the line. Ivanovic, cool head, goes home to Johnston in the goal for West Brom. And messy first 30 seconds and the ball is out for a throw-in right up the other end of the pitch. Scott Parker led promotion via the playoffs last season as well. We know, please, if you are in the feed now, hit the like button, get your predictions in the comments. Kravinovic has it out to Townsend. Back to Kravinovic, who's started fairly deep. You would think if you're a West Brom fan and that system was more Kravinovic coming deep and a 4-2-3-1, allowing those front players to get narrow, and they are quite narrow already, that would be preferred than a flat 4-1-4-1. Headed away there, Gallagher. Kravinovic is noticeably deep here. Where is Livermore? Played into the front to Grant, and he's actually knocked down by Gallagher. Dean Garner in off the left. Little change of pace by him. Kravinovic, who started the game well, plays that out to Townsend. Townsend crosses in. Oh, and the cross hits the crossbar there. Areola lost it completely there. It's still alive. Pereira now crosses in. Dean Garner's in there. Fulham at 6s and 7s. They've got it clear. West Brom hitting the bar there. More by luck than judgment. Townsend overcooking the cross, really, but Areola lost it. Could start by West Brom. Dean Garner tries to feed that one through to Grant, and in the end, the ball is with Areola, who sheepishly holds his hand up. Let's have another look at this. Kravinovic, who started the game well, absolutely no intention to score from that. It's just an overcooked cross by Connor Townsend, and it hits the crossbar. My first request for the score means I should probably put the banner up here. If you're just joining the stream, we've played 2 minutes and 45 seconds. It is 0-0 as Pereira tries to pick out Dean Garner, a combination you would like to see from a West Brom point of view. Good start by the Baggies, hitting the crossbar. Again, more by luck than judgment, but Kravinovic getting on the ball in the early going, and most of the possession and territory all going to the Baggies so far. 0-0, 3 minutes gone. We'll go to your comments in just a second. Anthony Robinson is going to launch a throw-in and try and get his side away from the goal, excuse me. Fulham, the best away day in England, says Lewis. Always good fun, especially if it's sunny, isn't it? Good evening to Nat. Nice one. Good to see Charlie Austin turn down a move to the Championship to sit at home. There you go. Let's have a look. Any more? Fulham got a good squad, not a good manager. Fulham got Premier League quality manager. They finished 16th to 12th, says Alan. Is this one pay-per-view? Sadly, it is, Josh. So if anyone wants to super chat and help reimburse my pay-per-view, that'd be lovely. But yes, I have paid. In the corner, Iain has it now in the right wing position. Turns Kravinovic well, actually, the Fulham right back. Can he get a crossover? Mitrovic is in the middle. Oh, can he, in fact? And I think it got a little nick off a West Brom head and has gone out the other side. Lookman looks disappointed with that one. West Brom wearing the McDonald's kit. Nice. Alex is going for a 2-1 West Brom win. Feel bad for the team that does it, but really want Derby's low points record beaten. That's come up twice today. Here's Mitrovic and Ivanovic. That's going to be a fun battle. Given away by Dejan Garner. Mitrovic into the box. Swung in by Lamina there. Bobby Reed was on the end of it. Lamina was shooting, basically. Let's have another look at this. Or was he? Maybe just hitting it into an area hard and low. Reed could not connect properly there. Who's the better team so far? West Brom in the opening going, but Fulham just getting their first foothold in the game. Paddy ZA said in South Africa, we get all the Premier League football for free. Lucky old you. We're paying through the nose here, but there we go. It's all on Mitrovic to score today, says Bits. If Fulham get the win and both teams to score. Good luck. Good luck to you, sir. Come on the baggies, says Hasman. Bobber says 2-0 West Brom in this one. Stephen, good evening. Ben Warnock, the little rascal, is getting the results in. Get in. Apparently, I'm too biased towards Warnock, so I have to rein that in. There you go. Throw in to Fulham. Iain has got it on the right-hand side. Ajayi heads up in the air. I was at this game between these two last August. 1-1 draw. Ajayi and a knockout cross that flew in, if I'm remembering that correctly. Kearney plays it down the line. Ivanovic clears. Lookman cannot get there. Thank you, Aidan. A new shirt. Is that Dwight Schrute as your picture? Nice. How different are the lineups from last season? Fulham's very different. West Brom's less so, especially at the back, Fulham's. Right. Let's have a little look here. Stefan, watching this in lockdown in France. Goodness me. They're already in it. We're in from Thursday, Stefan. Here comes Anthony Robinson. I'll get to that comment in a second. Lewis. Kearney has got it. Nice defensive shape from West Brom. Plenty behind the ball. Kearney to Robinson. Back to Kearney. Left midfield position to Anguissa, who plays it to Anderson, who I am seeing playing for the first time. If anyone has any info on him. Lamina, nice ball through the lines there. Kearney, good football. On to Lookman. Great feat by Lookman. He's beating his man. Lookman crosses it and Ajayi gets it clear. Lookman tries to volley it back in. And for the first time in the game, we see the danger of Lookman, who's been very good since signing. Ajayi did well there. Got his feet sorted out. Got in the way. Sometimes we see own goals in positions like that. In your opinion, do you think the owners will sack Coker and look for a big name? Well, I always say in those situations, Lewis, it's their prerogative, yeah? If I buy a new house, I can paint the walls whatever the hell colour I like. And yes, they might have been nice for the old owner, but yeah, so that's your golden bullet, isn't it? That'll be their excuse. They could do. Here comes Carl and Grant running at the Fulham defence. Lamina in from the side, tackles, and Reeve gets rid to Anguissa. Good midfield battle at the moment between Gallagher and Anguissa. Lamina and Kravinovic in there. Quite tight, but they're all getting the tackles in. Enjoy the content. Thank you, sir. Thank you for coming. Got any other names for Warner other than Scamp and Rascal? Colin? All the names under the sun for Warnock. What a legend. Noel says, hi, Ben. Even at this early stage, a massive 6-pointer. Yep. And the only way you make it not a 6-pointer is by winning it and moving away from the opposing team, don't you? But, yeah, take your point. Noel, Anguissa's got a bit of space into Reed, who plays it straight back. And Anguissa, poor ball. Iain Garner onto it. Nice, quick one up to Grant. Poor touch, but Gallagher's followed up. And he's got Iain Garner away down the left wing. Anguissa closes him down. Iain Garner beats him really easily into the box. Iain Garner's still got it and he's blocked out. Probably took a couple of touches too many there, Grady Iain Garner. But a couple of instances already in this game where the left wingers, Iain Garner and Lookman, easily passed their markers and creating openings. Really poor by Anguissa in the end. Just wafted his foot out and Iain Garner flew past him. 3 West Brom shirts in the box there. And Iain Garner did not find any of them. Elected to try and take on another man there. So good opening and didn't quite make the right decision there. Grady D. and Garner. Opinions on Atletico Madrid, Ben? I don't really know very much about them, Kyle. So I will say they do very well to challenge the 2 giant clubs in Spain. I really don't know a lot about them. Huge long ball forward by Jai. Terrible pass. That's gone all the way out for a goal kick. If anyone has any information on Joachim Andersen, who appears to be a Norwegian centre-half, what his background is, let me know. Not seen him play before. And he's on the ball right now on the edge of the Fulham box. Brings it out. And we're back in Hector Ream mode here. Lamina very, very deep behind his own centre-backs. Plays it into Kearney. And a foul by Anthony Robinson and West Brom have it. From a Borough fan here, I have to say I'm really impressed watching Leeds so far. We're going to be doing Leeds later on. Is he Danish, is he? Can I not tell the difference between a Norway flag and a Danish flag? Thank you, train spotter and football fan DVD. Long goal kick forward, nodded on the right wing by Furlong, who's out of position and has to boot the ball into the old Johnny Haynes stand there. 11 minutes gone here, 0-0 between Fulham and West Brom. Furlong is going to have the throw-in for West Brom down the right-hand side and headed away by Adarabio, who I may have confused for Lamina a minute ago. That'll happen many times today, me getting 2 players mixed up. Kearney is fouled and wins the free kick. West Brom started this game as the better side. Bit more even over the last 6 or 7 minutes. We're 12 minutes in, 0-0, long free kick forward. And Townsend heads that back to Johnston in the goal. We'll look at some numbers maybe about 20 minutes in, but reasonably even so far. West Brom hitting the bar more by luck than judgment from a Townsend cross. Lookman and Iain Garner both having nice dribbles and getting into the box, but not managing to find the end product there. Johnston, poor goal kick from him, has given possession back. Iain with the throw-in. He receives it back and switches to play all the way across from Robinson. Ben, give me your shirt. I need it. I've got it in a large as well, so I could just have it drip off me. Lovely. Thank you. How's Carl and Grant doing so far? Okay, lively when looked upon. Here's Iain. Gets a cross in and Johnston grabs it. Iain forward well so far. Is he going to be the Fulham right back now going forward? They've tried Adoy. They tried Sessignon last season. They tried Congolo, didn't they? Tried everybody, basically. Iain has the shirt at the moment. Did you see the Mo Salah dive on Saturday? I did not. If anyone wants to DM me the Mo Salah dive, Noel's words, not mine, I will look at it. What is a long ball from the back, says Knee Down. I'll leave that with you, matey. Ryan says, boing, boing, baggies. Nice. Sam, good afternoon to my favourite Ipswich fan. How you doing? I'm good, mate. Can we take a minute to talk about Emmy's touch? Yes. Brilliant touch by Brady for the third goal for Norwich. I stand by my analysis that the Bristol City's centre-backs were awful in that game, but Norwich did accomplish some good attacking play. During that game, two things can be true, and stating one does not negate the other. But yeah, lovely touch, Sam, for that goal. Kyle says, what are my thoughts on Watford and Bournemouth both playing 5 at the back this year? Both seem slightly toothless going forward, despite the calibration of players like Sarr and Brooks. Yeah, good point. Maybe a bit of an apples and oranges comparison, because Bournemouth do it in a very different way than Watford do, don't they? Watford's is very, look, get forward if you can, but it's maybe been Ngakia and Sema as the wing-backs there, whereas Bournemouth have been a lot more open, and it's been Smith and Stacey getting forward. But yeah, it's a tactical trend, and a lot of people are doing it at the moment, Kyle. Good spot. Yeah, you wouldn't suspect they would remain toothless for long with people like Sarr and Brooks in there. Steve Nicholson said, new owner at Derby expected within days. EFL is close to giving the green light. Thank God, could see the EFL saying no. And Mel going mad. There you go. Looks like the Derby takeover is on. As always, believe it when I see it. Thanks, Ben. Appreciate calling our defence bad. They were hopeless, weren't they? Bless them. Our Norwich coming straight back up again. If we get a couple more games of evidence like the last one, basically, then they're going to be hard to stop, aren't they? Knee down. Chris is here. He says, up the bees. QPR Forever says, I remember I went to my youth club to see us Fulham training when Keegan was manager. Oh, Keegan, what a guy, hey? And that was a great team, wasn't it? Fulham under Keegan. Although the even better one was under Jean Tigana, wasn't it? With, if any Fulham fans can help me, Louis Sahar, Lewis Boamorte up front, Chris Coleman, probably, Mike Taylor, Rufus Brevet. Anyone name me any more of those players in that superb Fulham team that just destroyed the Championship? Trying to think when that was. 2001, possibly? Let me know. Right. We're back playing again now after a bit of an injury break. Ajayi has it for a West Brom. Gallagher plays it back to Ajayi. Lacking a bit of flow now in the game. And as soon as I say that, Ajayi goes for a long diagonal up to Livermore. And the ball goes all the way through. Ajayi giving the ball away. John Collins, yeah. In the Championship as well. Ridiculous. Way too good for the league, isn't it? Where's Gareth Barry? He's actually retired. What a career as well. What a career. Papa Bouba Diop. I remember him. Here is Ivanovic to Kravinovic, who is definitely playing as the deep line playmaker behind Jake Livermore. So that's good news if you're a West Brom fan, because essentially you've got a ball player in the hole in front of the back four rather than a stopper. Crossed in towards Grant. Good header by Adrabio. And a lovely touch there by Anguissa, who does not get fouled. And he's given it away to Kravinovic, who's into the box. Kravinovic hits the shot. Anderson blocks it. And here comes Kearney for Fulham. Good little passage of play there. Nice feet by Kearney. He's progressing now down the right wing. Comes inside on that left foot and beautifully floats a switch of play. Lovely first touch by Robinson. Good football by Fulham. Here's Lookman, the danger man on the left wing. Stood up by Kravinovic. Inside on his right foot, Lookman hits the shot and it flies wide. Best transition from one team attacking to the other of the match there. Some good play, particularly by Anguissa in the build-up there for Fulham. Steve Finnan in that Fulham team under Tigana. He won a European Cup, didn't he? Goodness me. Remember, where's Jordan Rhodes? I always thought he was a 20 goals a season player. Used to be. Townsend, nice ball into Iain Garner there. Anderson manages to intercept, and Iain smacks it up the win. Fulham so far dealing with Iain Garner and Pereira okay. Got to keep them as wide as they can, but lots of space for Kravinovic in the deep midfield position. That looks like a sensible move by Bilic, and he is having a bit of an influence on the game, finding the space behind Mitrovic where Kenny is not coming forward into that hole. Furlong has it to Ivanovic. Here is Johnston, who hits a long goal kick to Iain Garner. Nice first touch by him. Inside to Gallagher, who drives forward and is fouled surely by Anguissa, who shakes his head, says, "Referee did me, I get it, don't book me." And it doesn't look like Anguissa is going to get the red card. Trevor, have you named the whole team yet? Barry Hales. Saha was just a joke in the Championship, wasn't he, for Fulham? There we go. Tim Krul is the best keeper in the Prem to face penalties. What do the numbers say on that, Sam? How many has he actually saved? I know he makes a lot of fuss and waves around a lot, but does he actually save them? I'd like to see the numbers. I'm not saying he doesn't. Free kick to West Brom. Pereira is sizing this up from the left wing. Curls it in, left-footed, headed away. And there's a flag up as well. For an offside. 20 minutes gone. 0-0 in this one. Just having a look at that. Again, Ivanovic stood in an offside position the whole time and didn't get back out the way. By the way, Salah's dive, Noel's words, and Souness, and Moyes, and Keane, and Jim White. So the key was they weren't mine because I haven't seen it, if there was the point I was getting at. But point taken, Noel. Rodney Marsh and George Best were terrific for Fulham. I think, Alan Mullery, goal of the season, wasn't it, on the volley? There we go. Thank you, Sam. Be interested to know that. I'm not trying to debunk it or anything. I'm just interested to know what the numbers are. Whether he actually puts them off or actually saves it into the bargain, even into Liam there. 21 minutes gone in this one. Another question. Opinions on Sheffield United's transfer business. Seems like they waste a lot of money on players like McBurney. Well, Berger looks a very good signing. And I think the two guys from Derby, well, particularly Bogle, will turn out to be a very, very good signing. But it's all well improving your squad. You've got to add players that improve your first team, though, haven't you? Iain has it, and I think he's won a corner there. Ooh, and he clatters into the LED board behind there. Nothing in it from Townsend. It wasn't a foul, but I think whichever advertiser, Bet365, has just come up behind him, is going to be happy with that shot there. Hopefully, Iain is okay. Smacked into that LED board, though. I think he's got a corner, though. Boa Morte, Hales and Saha. God. Yeah, it was a cheat code, wasn't it, in the Championship? Saha going on to play for Manchester United later in his career, didn't he? Corner for Fulham. Kenny in left-footed, headed away on the near post. I think that was Livermore. The camera panned away very, very quickly. And it's been cleared into the other half, but Lamina is on a bit of a mission there. Oh, lovely turn by Bobby Reid there. And a ball around the corner. Kenny back to Reid. Reid, really poor cross after doing brilliantly in the build-up there. Mitrovic, as ever, is chuntering on about something. I think he wasn't happy that he didn't get the cross there. Shall we have a look at the numbers? We're a quarter of the way into this one. 23 minutes gone, and the numbers say 53% possession to West Brom. 2 shots to 1 in Fulham's favour. 1 corner to 0 in Fulham's favour. Hit woodwork 1-0 in West Brom's favour. Here comes Grant, Gallagher, and the passes. Where are we looking? 112 to 121 in West Brom's favour. You will tell from those numbers and from my comments, not a lot in it. Not a lot in it at all. Tactically, I think Bilic has done himself a favour by switching Kravinovic and Livermore. So Kravinovic is getting into a fair amount of space. Lookman looks like he might have the beating of Furlong right back, as does Diangana with Aina going the other way. So definitely some joy there. Here is Lookman. Oh, lovely chest and takedown from Lookman. Furlong nice and tight, though, this time. Stands off Lookman, who plays it back up the line to Robinson and inside to Kenny. Here is Anguissa to Anderson. And Anderson plays that one inside to Adrabio. Poor ball by him. They've just got lucky there. Has that gone offside or handball? Something's been given against Carl and Grant, but they had given it away. Carnage is all the way from Australia. Waited all night to watch the game, but can't find anywhere. So I tried YouTube. This will keep me informed. Good for you, Carnage. Here is Bobby Reid into the 10 position. Hits the shot early from about 28 yards, probably. Don't know why I didn't say 30. And it's wide and high to Johnston's left-hand side. Shanked it a little bit, but opened up nicely for Bobby Reid there. And he really fancied the shot, didn't he? Even Mo Salah's mum said he died, says no. Right. Let's go to a few more of your comments. That goal kick's gone short, and Anguissa has done well. Plays that inside to Kenny. Anguissa gets it back. Good play by him. Out to Robinson in the crossing position. Mitrovic on the back post. Heads it across Reid. And it's 1-0 to Fulham. Really nicely constructed goal. Fulham have the lead. Really lovely assist by Mitrovic as well, who 9 times out of 10 there we would see go for goal, but he heads it back across to Bobby Reid, who is considerably shorter but was in a better position. Fulham have the lead. Anguissa in the first instance does really well into Kenny. Back to Anguissa. He couldn't fashion an opening, so patient. Goes out to Robinson. Lovely cross by Robinson. Mitrovic, towering header across to Reid, who heads at goal. Ivanovic went back to cover the goal line, and Reid had just done enough to power that header in. It is 1-0 to Fulham. Bobby Reid, the goal scorer. Quick transition, quick ball out wide to the left-hand side, and Fulham have the lead. Fulham 1, West Brom 0. Get your comments in on that one. Nice goal. Well executed. Bobby Reid is the goal scorer. Could they be heading for their first 3 points? We'll go to your comments after I've had a sip of my coffee. 25:41 was the goal time, says Sky TV. Let's have a look here. 1-0, 1-0. Hamza has a crying face. Alexis is not happy either. Neither is Ryan. Oh, dear. Dear oh me. Come on, West Brom, says Alexis. Giacomo says, all Fulham need to do is defend well now. Easier said than done. Remember, West Brom were behind at Brighton in the last game and came back into it. Fulham, well done. You remembered how to score a goal. And Mitrovic, lovely assists there. Fulham defend, says Mickey Lees. How are they both performing? It's been very even, but just a moment of quality there for the goal. Anguissa in the first instance does really well. Kenny's down, by the way, and Kravinovic is possibly going to get... No, he's not going to get booked for that. Robinson, nice cross in, and Mitrovic, good presence of mind to head that one across, and Bobby Reid heads it in. Maybe Ivanovic could have done more on the goal line, but you're asking a lot at that point. Now Fulham need to put Karanka in charge for the rest of the game. Yeah, he'd fix it, wouldn't he? There you go. West Brom, indeed. Long diagonal forward, looking for Lookman again. Fulham tails up now, looking a bit more lively after the goal, as you would imagine. Robinson throws that one back into the midfield, and Lamina switches it to Iain. Oh, back heel's coming out now. Iain to Anderson, to Anguissa, who did excellently in the build-up for the goal. Lamina. Anderson, Fulham, the better side now. Iain plays it down the line. Reeve, the goal scorer. Inside, Mitrovic, great football. Iain with the left foot. What a goal! Wow! What a goal by Fulham. Go out of your way to see that one. That is an incredible goal by Fulham. Jesus! And Iain comes in from the right-back position inside on his left foot, and he has larruped that into the top corner. What a build-up, what a goal. Goodness me. Anderson played it from centre-back to Iain. Iain into Reed. Mitrovic lays it off. Aina's come inside from right back. He's on the edge of the box and left-footed, smashes it into the top corner. Absolutely superb goal by Fulham. Brilliant, brilliant from Iain. Wow. Go out of your way to see that one. That is a superb goal. It's 2-0 to Fulham 30 minutes in, and probably the best goal I've seen this season, I think. That is utterly brilliant from Fulham. Get your comments if you're watching. Hopefully my description did it justice. Brilliant, brilliant goal by Iain, and it is 2-0. Goodness me. What a shot. What a goal, says Paddy. Jesus scored. It was a bit divine, hey? Into the box for Diangana. Heads it up in the air, and Areola has got it. Larruped. What a cracking word. You are a child of the 70s. I'm a child of the 80s, thank you, knee down. But yes, larruped. Love it. Brilliant goal. Carl says, yeah, indeed. Wow, I'm taken aback by that. That was a stunning goal by Fulham. One moment of reasonable quality for the first goal and a stunning second goal. Hasman asks, how are we losing 2-0? That second goal, it doesn't matter if you're Bayern Munich or Brazil 1970 or Barcelona 2009. You ain't stopping that goal that Fulham just scored. I mean, crikey. And I think Fulham have got another corner. Yeah, Anguissa's shot deflected onto the roof of the net. 3 years ago, Iain was on loan at Hull from Chelsea. I did not know that. Hamza, oh dear, my friend. You have to hold your hands up for that second goal. It had been really even up until then, but 2-0 to Fulham. Mickey's calling it a 2-2. There you go. Iain's name always reminds me when Jimmy Greaves said that Forest defender. Didn't know his... Can't read that. I did see this coming, says Jay. Alexis is an unhappy West Brom supporter. Ladbrokes have opened the book on the next West Brom manager. He'll be all right. Don't worry about that. Here comes Anguissa, and Townsend just gets there first. I think Sky might be about to show the goal again because they've got a close-up on Iain, the right back. I mean, what a goal that was. And Mitrovic has actually got 2 assists now in this game. So we know him as a goal scorer, but he's actually played the key pass for both of the goals here and got the assist. 32 gone. Fulham 2, West Brom 0. Here is Townsend, Ajayi, Ivanovic, Furlong. Here's the famous last words. Can Fulham defend this lead? Ajayi has it. West Brom just playing it around the back four at the moment. It's gone all the way back to Ivanovic, and they're going to press him in the corner there. He's done well, actually. Clips it over to Furlong, who plays it down the line. Grant has done well to win the flick on. Diangana is completely free in the box. Gallagher's got it on the right-hand side. Gallagher tries to find Diangana on the back post. Overcooks it. There was an overload there for Diangana. If Gallagher had got a good touch and his head up, there was a reverse ball on there. He took it to his right, and in the end made his job sizably more difficult in terms of finding D and Garner. 33 gone, 2-0 in this one. Who scored, says Charlie? Bobby Reed and Iain. I don't even know Iain's first name, the fullback. Ola Iain. For Fulham now, the buzzword is game management. Yes, indeed. 2 assists from Mitrovic. Anyone got him in the fantasy team? Points ahoy for Mitrovic tonight. And Anguissa is having a lovely old time in midfield there, but he's trying to do kick-ups and he's giving it away, but he now has it back. Anguissa to Reed on the right-hand side, trying to dink it over the top and shepherded back by Townsend for Johnston. Here is Krovinovic, who's had a lot of the ball, actually, the deepest of the West Brom midfielders. Dean Garner's got it. Plays it to Townsend, who's forward again well from left back. Excuse me. Remember, he hit the bar with an overhit cross early on in the game. Yes, points ahoy if you've got Mitrovic in your DraftKings or in your fantasy team. Here's Pereira, who's down the left, trying to find Gallagher. Iain. And Kearney, lovely play by Kearney on the edge of his own box. Draws the foul as well. Leeds are not only on Sky tonight, Jaggy, but we're doing the Leeds game after this one as well. Oh, they've turned it over quickly. Here's Carlin Grant. Oh, what a chance. It was given away. That was a real chance there. Anguissa laments with one of his teammates there. Anderson tried to play it in. Anguissa just got robbed by Gallagher. Really good opening for Grant. He's on the left foot. He probably could have had another touch. He's on the edge of the box. No pressure on the shooter. And he doesn't miss by much, but he does miss. Big chance for West Brom there to get a goal back in this one. Ola Iain Nacht music. Dum 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 dum. Goal kick from Fulham, headed back by Krovinovic. Here is Townsend. Townsend plays the channel, looking for Dean Garner, who's surely fouled by Iain there. And there's, wow, it really did look like a shove in the back there, but referee says no free kick. I think Baggy's made a mistake selling Lecco. Ain't moaning as a Blue fan. Maybe. Well stocked in those positions, though, Noel, with Dean Garner and Pereira and Grant now. We're just going to see this Grant chance again. He really doesn't miss by much, but he's got to be working the keeper, hitting the target there. Sad to see Brom losing this. Need the win. Our defending this season has been crap. Maybe so, West Brom fan man, but that second Fulham goal really, really was superb, wasn't it? Giacomo says, I hope we can keep the clean sheet until half-time. Otherwise, I expect this to be 2-2 by 50 minutes. I know what you mean, Giacomo. I know what you mean. Especially if that goal goes in just before half-time as well, doesn't it? Lamina is having a good old wrestle there. And it's gone the way of West Brom. And he throws himself into the tackle. And referee letting a lot go in the last minute or two here. Robinson comes forward. Ivanovic takes it off him. Turned over again quickly. And another nice pass by Anguissa out to Iain. Anguissa, lovely turn by Reed. And he's surely fouled there by Townsend. Another one not given there. Referee not buying any of the little shoves and tumbles that we see 1,000 times a game in here. Johnston playing out from the back. Krovinovic, Ivanovic, nicely done. To Ajayi. Hamza says, I want to know what Livermore does in training because he's very average Pereira central. Bring Robinson on. That worked. The exact change that Hamza is talking about is how I mean, look out for that in the second half. It's how they got back into the game at Brighton, getting Pereira central and getting Robinson down the right. Obviously, he's right, Hamza. You do have to lose a central midfielder to do that. Here is Bobby Reed, who gets a little bit lucky there, clears it down the line, and Gallagher can't get out of the way, and it just hits him and goes out for a throw-in. Has anybody mentioned that Mick McCarthy has got a new job? Mick McCarthy, darling, we're going to Cyprus. We're going to live. Apoel Nicosia good. Does anybody know? Will he win the league or something? If Fulham had played like this against other teams, they wouldn't have lost them games. If they'd finished like this, then absolutely not. No. It's just the defending you got to worry about, isn't it? But have they found their solution here? Here is Lookman down the left-hand side. Comes in and plays it inside the fullback to Robinson. Good ball. Robinson crosses in. Ajayi, who is very good at positioning himself on that near post when the left winger's attacking, and reads the game quite well there. Semi Ajayi. Ben, half-time. Check out Salah from Saturday. Speak your thoughts. Have you messaged it to me, Noel? Let's have a look. Long diagonal into the box there. Where have you messaged it to me, Noel? And I will find it. We're getting destroyed like a McDonald's, probably that kit we're wearing. Stop it. Dear oh me. Aina Ars played for Forest in the early 80s. Some great knowledge here in the chat. Is that true? Does Mayhew play for the team Mick McCarthy's going to be managing? He's going to love that, aren't they? Here is Ivanovic, who plays it to Furlong. He plays it down the line. Grant against Adarabio, who's done well, and clears that one up the line with his hugely long go-go gadget legs. Fulham are playing good, but I want West Brom to win, says Alexis. The Fulham team gives me major Steve McLaren Derby vibes. Townsend, Diangana into the box and deflected out. That will be a West Brom corner. Corner to West Brom. 41 in, 2-0. It's going to be a corner from the left wing for West Brom. Pereira takes it short to Kravinovic, who goes predictably back to Pereira, who did stay onside. Pereira to the back post. Nobody there. And, yeah, really bad corner that, because they were offside in the end. Slaven Bilic looking not very happy. I wonder whether he will act at half-time with the substitutions. What has he got to lose, really? 2 goals down in this one. Yeah, Irene says, hit the like button. Indeed. 42 gone. 2-0 to Fulham in this one. Areola, long goal kick. Oh, great hold up by Mitrovic. Brilliant play. And then Anguissa gives it away. And it's back with Johnston, who, not the first time in this game, kicks it straight out of play. And Iain, scorer of that stupendous second goal for Fulham, has the throw-in just about halfway into the West Brom half. He throws it to Kearney, who flips it up over his shoulder. Ajayi, foul throw. Don't see many of them. Iain penalised. I wonder if they have black pudding in Cyprus. Indeed. How often do I do videos and stuff on Patreon? Pretty much weekly, Lewis. Obviously not as busy as we are there, but we're hoping to build that up as I become more viable and have more time. But thank you for signing up, my friend. Here is a J. Bit says he was away. Recap. Did Mitrovic score? No, but he set up both of the goals. Very unselfishly, the first one as well, when he could head for goal. Who are the better teams, says Alan? Well, this is one where we have to look at the scoreline and say actually in play, not that much in it, but couple of moments of quality. And Fulham have taken their chances highly efficiently today and merit their 2-0 lead for, especially with the second goal, for some brilliant finishing. 44-33 up. Dean Garner. He and Pereira have swapped wings. Jay plays it to Townsend, who surely is going to give it to Pereira. No, he gives it to Kravinovic, who finally gets it to Pereira. And Kearney has robbed him. Kearney now is in behind Townsend in the right back position, heads for the box. And Guisa, chance. Edge of the box, hits it first time straight at Johnston. There, Fulham doing a good job of sitting in and nicking the ball off West Brom and countering there. Could have opened them up again. Here is Kravinovic, though. And now Pereira has got a bit of field ahead of him. He tries to switch it early to the far side, and Lamina cuts it out. Plays it back to Areola, who hits it long. Up and over halfway. 2 minutes stoppage time. We have played 40 seconds of those 2 minutes. Thus far, it is 2-0 to Fulham. Ivanovic to Kravinovic. Here's Gallagher. Back to Kravinovic. And his pass is cut out by Anguissa, who I feel has been one of the better players on the pitch. And it's given away by West Brom. Sums up their mood. I think they just need to get in at half-time, have a quick reset, and have a good bash at this in the second half. They are going to lose the game as it stands. Just replaying Anguissa's chance from a few minutes ago. Just needed to find one of the corners there. Didn't trouble Johnston at all with that one. West Brom not attacking at all, says Ali Sadiq. He's right. They're trying, but they're ineffective at the moment. Alexandra Asistrovic. Pretty good. pretty good. Some good content on Patreon. Highly recommend checking it out. Yeah, we're trying our best with Patreon. Obviously, so many things to do, trying to do this full time. And we really appreciate everybody covering. It is half time. Get your thoughts in on the first half. It is Fulham 2, West Brom 0. Couple of bits of quality from Fulham to get in front, and then really, really good goal to extend their lead. Let's have a little look and see what that does at the bottom of the table. So if it stays the same, Fulham will, having been bottom pretty much all season, depart the bottom three and go into 17th on 4 points if they can keep this up. Just the clean sheet now will give Fulham the 3 points. This will drop West Brom into the bottom three. Let's have a look at the numbers. And I think the attack momentum as well is, if you take a look up in the top left there, you can see it has been fairly even. If you look at the green and the blue, the green is for Fulham underneath the Fulham badge there, and the blue is for West Brom. And what you can see is that Fulham have just been clinical with their, when they had the attack momentum, and West Brom, sadly for them, haven't. The numbers say 55% possession to West Brom, They say 7 shots to 3. And there's the key stat. Look, 4 on target to 0 in Fulham's favour. 2 corners to 1 gives us some indication of territory. Not a lot, though. 1 big chance to 0. And that would be Bobby Reid's header, I guess, 2 yards from goal. Carlin Grant's effort not going down as a big chance, presumably because of the distance from goal. But there was no pressure on the shooter, and it was a 1v1. So I think we all know if we're at the game, we're calling that a big chance, even if the SofaScore algorithm does not recognise it as such. That one hit the woodwork there for West Brom is a little bit of a misnomer because it was a cross early on in the game by Connor Townsend from the left back position. Passes 240 to 202 in West Brom's favour. We know about the possession there. Where are they dominating? Well, not really anywhere as such. A lot of space has been going to Kravinovic if you look in the deep midfield position, which would intimate that Tom Cairney is pretty much a number 8 rather than a number 10, and Kravinovic has the space there. Townsend does seem to have got forward well. However, I think it was just the 2 bits of quality and the bits of finishing. Let me just see Townsend's heat map. Yeah, so you can see that he has been progressing forward quite nicely in conjunction there, or in contrast rather, with Robinson on the opposite wing. I just think for the 2 goals, for the first one, it was nicely worked and outside onto the left wing. Robinson, decent cross. Mitrovic did the right thing, heading back across, and Reeve gets the goal. And then the second one is just a worldie, isn't it? And Krissy does well in the first instance. Mitrovic, nice quick layoff. And then just how many times do you hit a shot like that from the edge of the box, especially with your left foot as a right back? So I think you hold your hands up and you say that the second goal is a worldie. Right. Get your comments in and get your questions. And we'll do a bit of back and forth through half time. Let's have a look here. Fulham's lack of possession is interesting. Do they seem to have changed the system at all? Not really, Giacomo. No. Remember, they were quite slow and ponderous in possession in the Championship, weren't they, when teams were scared of them and stood off them? And I mean, rightly so in the Championship. They had better players than everybody else, and they had Mitrovic as well, didn't they? But no, haven't really changed the philosophy. What they have done twice is transitioned really, really quickly and dealt the killer blow, which is something we did not see for a lot of possession last season. So yes and no, but I understand the spirit of the question, Giacomo. West Brom fan man says, I actually don't know when we're going to get a win if we can't get a point against Fulham. Next up, Spurs. And I think most of us would have Harry Kane probably as the best player in the league at the moment on form. So not good at all. Jaggy is going to allow me to do something. He says, you've come a long way since you went full time, Ben. Thank you, sir. What I can do is if you look at the bottom and the ticker, I take that away because I can now put that we have got 13,000 subscribers. So that should be appearing right on the screen now. We have reached over 13,000 subs. There we go. So, yes, we have come a long way. Thank you, Jaggy. Thank you, everybody, for supporting. Plenty of possession, but no cutting edge. Agree. We are so much more creative when Pereira is central and Robinson is on. You'd know better than me, Hamza, but from the one game of West Brom I've seen this season, that was the case. So as much as Livermore had a decent season in the Championship, I really don't rate him. All fair comments. We're just having a look back at the first half action. Sky just running the replays. That was Townsend hitting the crossbar with a cross from the left wing early on in the game. Areola just losing the flight of the ball. Hamza says, we'll go and beat Spurs knowing us. There you go. Michael says, evening, Ben. Either of these sides staying up for you? Can I see a bit more evidence? It's looking like a tough call. Anguissa played it out to Robinson. Mitrovic, really good assist that from Mitrovic. He's on the back post. He's tried to peel off and get onto the fullback, which is clever to begin with. Townsend sees him. The cross comes in. Mitrovic obviously dominates the fullback in the air, but it would have been a difficult chance. And it's a really good header back across. He, as he jumps up, you can just see him stop. And instead of powering the header, he just cushions it and gives Reeve the chance. And here is this absurdly good second goal. Reeve into... it makes me smile. I love goals like that. Reeve into Mitrovic to Iain, who just drills it into the top corner. Brilliant goal. Big divide with Derby fans. Is Rooney start now, Ben, with Josviak back? Does he get in over Waghorn? I would still play Rooney. I'd still try and get him in next to Bird in central midfielder. But there you go. Ben, do you like XG? What do you mean? I use XG to analyze games sometimes as part of my multi-factor analysis. I wouldn't say I disliked it. It's a number that helps us analyze games, but some people seem to get their knickers in a knot about it. Do you, Courty boy? Let me know. Hey, Ben. I have a dilemma. Millers v Brentford on 1st of December on Sky. Is it not on iFollow, Iain? Out of principle, I won't subscribe to the organisation that's ruining football. Oh, no, I follow. Okay. Stinks big time. Yeah. That does suck, doesn't it? And would you have to subscribe for the whole month, or can you do it on pay-per-view? Not good. Yeah. I feel your pain, Iain. Bit says, it's a marathon, Baggies fans. And you just know they will be fighting in the final half of the season. They won't go down with a whimper, says Bits. XG is a useful stat. I think so, yeah. And when I say a useful stat, if any football fan expects one stat to be able to tell them everything about a football match, then you're sorely mistaken. You'll never find one. And also, wouldn't that be boring? There is no one stat that tells us everything about a football match. So, I don't actually know when we're going to get a win. I think I already read that one, didn't I? There we go. Alexis is more confident there. Thinks it will be 2-2. Alexis. Does anybody watch Schitt's Creek? They'll understand that reference there. West Ham and Sheffield United will stay up, says Jay. West Ham looking decent. Odds on a second half hat-trick for Grant. All I'll say is they'll be high. And if you take the bet, give me a super chat because you're going to clean up. Not bad, since you only had a foundation of Ipswich fans to start with and a few Norwich. Yes, indeed. We've done well, haven't we, Bits? Thank you, sir. Okay. Courty boy is not a skeptic. There you go. Yeah, look, I don't understand anybody hating a statistic. I just don't get it. I really, really don't. Surely, you hate what you fear, or you don't understand, maybe. So, yeah, confuses me. Disney XG, Disney Plus. No chance, Ben. You can't break up the partnership of Shinnie and Knight. Max Bird has been poor this season. Yeah, fair point. I do like Max Bird. I think he's going to be a really good player when he grows up. Let's have a look here. Goals, the main stat for me. Well, they're the main stat for most people, David. But as we always know, they don't tell us everything about the game, which sounds stupid. They tell us the result. They don't tell us everything about the game, do they? It's kind of like... I don't know, I go to bed at 10 p.m. That's the last bit of information of the day, but it doesn't tell me everything about the day, does it? I know you're not saying that, David, but I wonder if Eddie Howe is waiting in case one of the teams who've had an awful start decide it's time for a change. That does seem to be the plan for managers out of work, aren't they? XG is useful, but people do get over the top on it, seem to think it's the only stat to go on. That's true, yeah. Again, John, though, that would intimate a lack of understanding of the stat in the first instance if they think it tells them everything. Good fun though, isn't it? Hi, Ben. Interesting reading a few Man United fans online saying a lot look at Berger. I bet they do. Yeah. Really good player, Berger. Baggies Forever says, this is shambolic. Is it shambolic, Baggies Forever? Look, if the 2 goals if you'd been played through 4 times and the 2 goals had been really shabby defending, maybe I'd agree. But I think it's disappointing. I mean, from your point of view as a Baggies fan, but shambolic, you know. West Brom fan man, stats aren't really my thing. I'd rather watch the game and go off that. There you go. I wish more people would just have that attitude when they don't want to use stats. Just say, fine, if you like them, go ahead. I just watch the game. That's fine. It's when people start going, oh, this is nuts, and you can't say this and you can't do that. But there we go. Who goes off at halftime for you, Ben? I don't know whether he will. I don't know whether he'll make a change just yet. It's obviously going to be trying to get Pereira closer. So personally, I'd try and make it a 4-2-3-1. So you have Pereira, Gallagher, and Diangana closer to Carl and Grant, which would mean either Kravinovic or... So you can make that change of shape without making a substitution just by dropping Livermore back in. Got to be brave, though. And I have to say, Anguissa and Lamina are probably bossing the midfield a little bit now, aren't they? Let's have a look. When do we start? Tomorrow night, Ben. Iain, it's Shaylee's birthday tomorrow night, Iain, so I am not broadcasting tomorrow night, my friend. But we will be back on Wednesday for Derby versus QPR, 7:30 start. I will do the preview show tomorrow, though, Iain, but just DM me if you've got anything on Rotherham for me. Always a help. That goes for anybody watching. Feel free to get your insight on your club directly to me. Really, really helpful. Let's have a look here. Access 5 YouTube. Good half. Do you think Fulham should change anything? What are your thoughts on Lookman and the mighty Mitrovic? 3 questions there. Do I think Fulham should change anything? No. Apart from they should slightly change their game plan just to say, okay, maybe a few metres further back, just try and draw West Brom on. Try and get the West Brom fullbacks forward and then quick on the transition. And it's what Aston Villa did to Fulham, didn't they, in that second half? And just... But otherwise, really like the look of Lookman, and obviously Mitrovic has had a very good half with the 2 assists, hasn't he? Any reason coaches don't make changes in the first half? Always wondered when a game isn't going your way, why wait until 45 minutes has passed? I don't know. Sometimes it feels symbolic, a player going off in the first half. And we have Harrison Reed is going to come on. You would think I can see Anguissa, so I don't know if Lamina's hurt. Possibly, or Kearney. Mario Lamina is off. Harrison Reed is on. And he's very much holding 2 fingers like that, as if to say, Reed, right, I'm playing right next to Anguissa with Kearney further forward. Did West Brom sign any decent players apart from Grant? Reckon Ivanovic hasn't got the legs for the Prem. No, they were the 2 main signings. Obviously, Conor Gallagher on loan. Right. Second half has kicked off. And Lookman has it down the left-hand side. Mitrovic bustles his way into the left wing position. And he's won the throw-in in the end. Second half here. Fulham 2, West Brom 0. Throw in to Fulham. It's going to go in long from Robinson all the way through to Johnston. Let's see what West Brom's response is going to be. Excuse me. Here's Kravinovic. Pereira, looking very central. Ajayi. Kravinovic has it again. And switches it all the way out to Townsend, who's well forward again. He's got it into Grant on the volley. Grant holds it up. He's got Dean Garner on the left wing. Dean Garner's got it now. Stands up, Iain. Slows it down. Tries to play Gallagher in. And Anderson got there just ahead of him to get that one clear. Ryan says, I think Ivanovic was a good signing. Yeah, I think so. And I think they needed that Premier League experience, didn't they? Rain torrential in Leeds. We will be doing the Leeds-Leicester game later on. Still find it mad. West Brom tried to get rid of Austin. He's always got a goal in him, a bit like Murray at Brighton. It's just the wages, Jay, isn't it? From what we hear, sort of £3.5 million a year, apparently, allegedly. I have no source for that, but so I've heard anyway. I know I'm always on at people. Give me your source. Fulham have too good a squad to get relegated. It could be Fulham, Brighton, West Brom. No half-time changes, Hamza. None at all. As we're going back into lockdown, do you think the Premier League will drop the pay-per-view charges? No. No, I don't. We'll see what happens, whether we get out of it actually in a month or not. But 48 gone here. Ball is dead. Anderson is back up to his feet now. And it's going to be a throw-in. He's going to have to go off the pitch. A goal kick, excuse me, to Fulham. Right, we go again. 48 gone. A foul there on Mitrovic and a free kick to Fulham. Is that Lookman for Fulham, the one who Everton loaned to Leipzig? Yes. Looks very good, actually, as well. Yeah, belongs to Red Bull of Leipzig. Here come West Brom. Townsend to Kravinovic. Again, finding loads of space. I suspect in terms of touches, he's going to be very high up in the stats on this game. But he's given it away and Harrison Reed plays it and the ref gets in the way. One of the better rules they've put in there. Liam says, not looking good for Bilic. Hope he does well for you guys, but he's been massively let down by your board, just like he was with ours. Interesting. I can't reveal that on the internet, can I, Lewis? Deary me. Grant heads it on, and Guisa is in the way again, and he plays it up to Kearney, who plays it to Lookman, into Mitrovic, to Kearney. Mitrovic has it again, and Guisa, nicely moved by Fulham. Robinson, Kearney, Reed, good football, but Reed gives the ball away, tried to play it through for Lookman. Liam says, although Fulham have strong individuals, still don't see enough quality in their reserves to survive fixture congestion. Interesting. Dean Garner has it on the left wing. He crosses in, and that's cleared away by Fulham. Ivanovic chests it down, though. And West Brom will attack again. Fulham with all the white shirts behind the ball. Townsend has it in a sort of left midfield position. And Kravinovic has space now. Gallagher, Townsend. Good ball into the back post. Oh, I thought Robinson was going to get caught under it there. But he does get the header away. Furlong has recycled it, though. Kravinovic again. Good spell for West Brom. Pereira has it centrally and wins the free kick. It's exactly where you want Pereira to have it. Yes, I predicted a not very helpful draw in this one for both sides. What's my favourite championship stadium? Goodness me, don't know. One of the old famous ones: Hillsborough, Forest. Pass. Miles says, do you think managers get more time with no fans? And so there might be something in that. I think Ipswich, certainly Paul Lambert shutdown happening when it did because the fans were about to turn on him, I think. David, it's funny you should ask, but yes. Yes, I was a music teacher in school when I used to teach. Indeedio. Right, free kick. Pereira takes it and puts it into the wall. And we had Anthony Robinson laying down as the rest of the wall jumped. Lovely stuff. How's Kearney doing, Ben? 4 seasons ago back, he was perfect to make the step up. Hasn't done enough. 6 out of 10. Possibly neat and tidy when he gets the ball. But John, in the Championship, he just dominates games and he doesn't show much signs of doing that in the Premier League. Although he dominated them far more under Jukanovic, didn't he, than he did under Parker in the Championship. But still really like the player, obviously. And I wonder whether he's destined to, in future, become a Championship go-to guy or whether he'll get to stay in the Premier League with Fulham. Good question. Robinson, Harrison Reed, Bobby Reed, and Guisa, who I like the look of. Anderson goes home to Areola. And Anderson gets it back. 53 gone. West Brom not showing too many signs of building up the head of steam they would need or creating the goal that they'd need to get back into this. I think maybe it might come down to Mr. Bilic and a change, which I'm sure he is contemplating as we speak here. In fact, let me know in the chat, what would you do if you were Bilic? Callum Robinson would be the obvious choice there. You could even bring Romain Sawyers back in and 4-2-3-1 it and try and create from further back as well. Matt Phillips is a powerful runner as well. The absence there on the West Brom bench, though, if you do want to stick a striker in, you can't. However, there's nothing wrong with Carlin Grant, and they just haven't really got him much service yet. So it's not like he's done anything wrong. Kenny has it. Clips that over the top to Robinson, who crosses low, and Johnston has got it on the near post. What is going on there? There's some weird wrestling going on between Bobby Reed and Sam Johnston. And Bobby Reed has got yellow carded. And we have a visitor. Oh, what is that? Someone was asking about birthday cake. Look at that. Not only did she make her own birthday cake, but she just bought some of it. Say hello to everyone, Shaylee.
Hi, everyone.
Wish Shaylee a happy birthday for tomorrow. Any questions for Shaylee? And I'm sure she'll take them very quickly.
You're having fun.
We're having a lovely old time, and Fulham are winning 2-0, and they're about to bring on Romain Sawyers and Callum Robinson. Oh, they're taking Pereira off. It's a bit of a gamble, isn't it? Who else is coming off? Probably Livermore, yeah. So Sawyers and Robinson on for Pereira and Livermore.
Cake.
Cake, says Ryan. Hello, says Ryan. Beauty, says Labastos. Happy birthday, says Ryan. Happy birthday for tomorrow.
Thank you.
What flavour cake is it?
It is a chocolate sponge with a chocolate ganache filling and buttercream.
Nick would be fun at a party. Look, can't eat cake without tea. Cheer up, Nick.
Do you need tea?
Was
that him hinting on behalf of you?
Nah. Who do you support, Shaylee? Luton?
I don't think I support anyone, unfortunately.
Everyone is...
I just support whichever team I like when I'm watching a game.
There we go. And your prediction with this game at 2-0 with 35 minutes to go?
I'm going to go, it's Fulham as well. They got cake.
You've literally got cake on your face. Deary me. Ignore the comments after that.
Oh, okay.
Looks like there's a ghost through our door. Look.
Don't say that. Eee. Right.
Deary me. Right.
Enjoy your cake.
Mwah.
Bye.
Bye, Shaylee. Right. Am I going to eat the cake during the watch along? Or will that just be disgusting? Or shall I wait for the gap? Look at that. Look at that goddamn cake. Yes. Right. What have West Brom done with their shape? So Sawyers is in for Livermore. So presumably Kravinovic has moved further forward. I'm very surprised that they took Pereira off. Thank you all for wishing Shaylee a happy birthday. This channel literally wouldn't exist without her support after my job didn't exist. 57 gone. Pass the cake through the screen. Through the webcam up there. Long one forward to Mitro, and Townsend just bumps him in the back and wins. The header. Dean Garner plays it back down the line. Dean Garner is down the left. So Sawyers is in a deep midfield position. I'm assuming it's the same system, just with the personnel changed here. Eat the cake. I won't be able to speak if I eat the cake. Here is Ajayi. And Gallagher. Eat the cake, Ben. Foul on Mitrovic by Gallagher. Mitrovic doing his bit in terms of keeping the territory. Yeah, he just robbed it off Gallagher, and God, that wasn't a fair 50-50 battle between those two players, was it? Free kick forward by Fulham. Mitrovic on the back post wins the header. Adarabio does well, actually. Oh, no, he doesn't win the corner. Jai was just there. I like it when players get into WWF fights. Wasn't Wayne Rooney actually on WWF once? And Jose Mourinho as well. Long ball forward, and Reed and Anguissa, Harrison Reed, that is, have dealt with it. Kearney knocks it off to Bobby Reed, who's a bit deeper now. Kearney has it back. Fulham strangling this a little bit now, not allowing West Brom a way through. Oh, nice give and go there. Robinson is into the left wing position. Robinson crosses low for Mitrovic. And I said it in the first half, Semi Ajayi is really good when the ball is down the left wing, looking out that side as a right footer, reading the cross and covering it. That's 4 times, I think, in this game now. He's managed to do that, positions himself well. He's a good physical specimen, so he's got the pace to get there in front and the strength to barge Mitrovic off. Well played, Ajayi. Corner for Fulham. Kearney, Lookman. Lookman holds it up. Dean Garner challenges. Lookman still has it. And It's gone out for a throw-in. Iain Garner takes it off Lookman. We need a cake prediction, then review. I predict the cake will be really nice. Long throw-in by Robinson, headed clear by Ajayi. Harrison Reed heads that back out to Lookman, who's got a lovely first touch on him. Oh, good play by Lookman. Kearney has a good feet by him. Can he get the cross in? Left-footed. Yes, he can. And Townsend heads out for a corner, and he didn't really need to then. If he lets that go over his head, then he's all looking good. Rub the cake into your face. Will that get me more views, Ryan? 0 on target for West Brom. Not good. Not good at all. Rooney slapped Wade Barrett. There you go. Isn't Grant Holt trying to get into the WWE these days? I think he is, actually, isn't he? Yeah. Have I ever been to a WWE live show? Crossed in there, Johnston. And, good effort by Anderson there. The centre-half tries to curl it from the edge of the area. Yes, I've been to the Royal Rumble, indeed, Plucky, in Orlando in 2017, 16, 17. Yeah, so I have. Here is Ivanovic. Ivanovic across to Ajayi and Townsend, Kravinovic, Sawyers. And Sawyer's pass is robbed by Robinson. Anthony Robinson. That's going to be fun playing against Callum Robinson. Where are we going with this? So much cake love here. A lovely start to the new week. What lockdown? You won't stop me going out in the pits of Kensington. Go on, Jez. Lookman is away down the left-hand side. Held up now by Furlong. Plays it into Anguissa. Good feet. Oh, great feet by Anguissa. He's beaten his man. Brilliant from Anguissa. Still got it. And he's blocked out in the end by Furlong. Lookman has it. He crosses to the back post. Mitrovic having a bit of a wrestle with Ajayi. And the ball has gone dead. Lovely feet by Anguissa in the build-up to that. Jess held on for it for too long, didn't he? Akinfenwa would have eaten the cake by now. Hey, Akinfenwa's return has seen Wickham improve quite a bit, actually, hasn't it? If you look at the old numbers. Here is Iain Garner now. Edge of the box. Iain Garner, he had options there and he went for the shot. It was easily blocked out. Here is Kearney. I got taught science by Hueyberg's uncle. Nice. Good technique at 65. There you go. Pierre Hueyberg's uncle. Name drop of the day. I went to the NEC Arena to watch Steve Austin, the Ringmaster, and Rocky Maivia, Hunter Hearst Helmsley, Bret Hart versus The Undertaker, Diesel, and Bob Holly. Wow. Star-studded. Mitrovic is a bit of a bully. Yeah, he is. Grzycki not in the 18. Have they re-registered Grzycki then? We'll get to see Akinfenwa trying to beat Mark Roberts in the air on Wednesday. Yes. Immovable object versus... No, irresistible force versus immovable object. Here's Townsend for West Brom, coming up to halfway. 65 gone in this one, so coming up to halfway in the second half as well. Iain Garner to Townsend to Sawyers. Kravinovic is open. He goes back to Townsend and Gallagher. Gallagher on the left-hand side. Plays into the front to Grant. Nice ball. Robinson has worked it out to Furlong in the box. Furlong to the back post. Grant is free. Heads it back across. Too much loop on that. When Fulham were in a similar situation, the first goal resulted there. Cross is not bad, bit floaty for Grant, but Grant could head that down into Callum Robinson in the middle of the box as well. Didn't quite get that right. Here is Iain and Kenny, 30 yards out. We know he loves a left footer from there. Dinks it out wide to Lookman, who's 1v1 with Furlong. Callum Robinson doubles up. Anthony Robinson plays it into Anguissa, who's had a really good game, hasn't he? And he drives towards the edge of the box here. He was clearly fouled in that, and he kept going. Lookman cuts inside, tries the back heel to Kenny, but it hits his standing leg. Anthony Robinson recycles now, back out to Lookman. Fulham on top here. Lookman on the left wing. Nice ball in with the outside of his right foot to Mitro, who plays back to Robinson. Fulham, lot of possession here. Definitely on top. Can they turn the screw and get a third? Kearney has it. West Brom just can't get the ball at the moment. Kearney dribbles into the box. Nice feet by Kearney. Still and deflected out. Fulham seem to now have had the ball for about the last 4 minutes. As we come into the final quarter of this game. You could say West Brom play tonight. They're getting what they deserve. Or in this case, having their cake and eating it. Having their cake and not eating it. There we go. A new channel for Ben. WWE Talk. I think there's plenty of those channels, isn't there? Headed down by Iain, and now West Brom can break. Kravinovic plays that on to Dean Garner. Iain chases him back. Dean Garner inside to Kravinovic again, to Sawyers, who plays back into centre-back to Ivanovic. Furlong. Robinson out on the right wing, moving the ball nicely, West Brom. Furlong not fouled by Anthony Robinson there. Headed back and given away. Oh, no, Sawyers is going to win it again. Oh, Sawyers is going to be in trouble here. And Sawyers is going to get red carded here. No, he's not. No, I thought he was going to the back pocket there. Sawyers dived in there. Your heart goes in your mouth nowadays when you see a player lunge in. Let's have a look at this. I'm sure we'll see 8 replays and it will look worse and worse and worse with every replay. Here comes the super slow. Takes the ball. We're endangering opponent, careless, reckless, etc., etc. So, yellow card, that will do me. Mark says, Zhao from Reading could do a job for either of these teams. He looks a handful for defenders. Just been so inconsistent over his time in the Championship, Mark, hasn't he? If you can guarantee consistency, I think he'd already be in the Premier League, wouldn't he? So I wonder if he can. Matt Phillips is coming on. Slaven Bilic is holding up 2 fingers. I don't know whether that means 2 up top, whether Robinson's going to go up top. Kravinovic is coming off for Phillips. Annie says, silly decision by Bilic to take Pereira off. Only player other than Dean Garner who can conjure up something. True. He's got runners on there now, though, with Robinson and Phillips. Bilic is doing that and holding up 2 fingers. That looks like 4-4-2 with wingers, if I can read Bilic's hand signals correctly. We will find out. Yes, so Robinson and Grant are going up top. Dean Garner's going to play left wing. Phillips is going to play right wing. And in the words of Mike Bassett, we have an old school 4-4 F-2 here from West Brom. And for some reason, my TV has decided to go dead, which is really, really unhelpful when you're doing a watch-along, isn't it? Give me a sec. I've got it back up. Come on. I can see it in a little tiny screen in the corner. There we go. Sorry about that, guys. 70 gone. 2-0 Fulham. West Brom going heavily on the attack here. 4-4-2 from them. 2 up top. Going for it. Strange from Bilic. Pereira was bad against Brighton as well until they played him a more central midfield. position. Townsend down the left-hand side. Good cross in. Adarabio heads it. Phillips recycles. Robinson on the volley is blocked out. The wings working already. They're going to be open in central midfield, though, West Brom. First time this season I've watched this and thought we're nowhere near good enough. Whether that's just the tactics or a one-off, but this is very poor. Oh, Jay, get me those lineups in if you can. We're coming to Leeds and Leicester after this one is finished. Areola with the goal kick. Bilic tried to snatch the ball off our captain when he played last season, but Lenihan wasn't having any of it. There you go. I can't tell you that, can I? She's already had one of her presents, actually. Mitrovic is down. Referee gives nothing. Furlong jumps straight back up again. Lookman has it. Dribbles into the West Brom half. Kearney, Robinson and Guisa. To Kearney again. Nice feet from him. And Gallagher is surely fouled in there. Kearney too good for Gallagher on that occasion. My picture's gone a bit funny on here now. There you go. That's me HD. That's better. Here is Kearney. Swings the free kick in. And here's Iain. And Guisa, good feet from him. And he seems confident he's won a throw-in. And he has. And in one fell swoop, I've dropped my pen and pulled the earphones out of my mic. A Mr. Bean moment. 73 gone here. Throw in for Fulham down the right-hand side. David says, have I got my Mrs. and Benjamin Bloom merch? No, but you can go and buy some Benjamin Bloom merch if you want to support the channel at teesprings.com. Giacomo says, Fulham only 3 wins off 5th if they see this out. Optimism. What is Callum Robinson doing? Speaking of optimism, he tries to lob Areola from inside the centre circle, but the ball never gets more than a foot off the ground. Not a clever idea. Carlin Grant looks to the heavens there. We did have the Leeds team come in here. If you're hanging around later or coming back later, we'll be doing Leeds-Leicester starting at about 7:45 after this one. As finished, there is the Leeds team. Look, Cooper returns. Shackleton starts. Interesting. Meslier, Hembling-Cook, Cooper, Dallas, Shackleton, Costa Click. Hernandez starts as well. Harrison, Bamford. That looks fun. Shackleton and Hernandez both starting. I think Anir had put the Leicester team in. Schmeichel, Fuchs, Thomas, Fofana, Justin, Mendy, Tielemans, Albrighton, Pratt, Barnes, Vardy. Thank you guys for the update there. Don't worry about the cake. Don't worry. It's getting eaten. 75 gone. Oh, we're having a look at the new Riverside stand there at Fulham for a second there. Look pretty mighty, actually. Love the look of that. Yes, I've heard about Jack Stretton, actually, Lewis. Has he been on the bench for Derby, actually? Should be a tasty game. Foxes Leeds. Really looking forward to that. Really good matchup between Rodgers and Bielsa as well. May the best team win. Mitrovic chests it off to Kearney and Robinson. Yes, good point. No Rodrigo. Is he hurt, Carl? Here is Dean Garner. Takes it off Iain. A lovely try. Oh, he's unlucky there. Dean Garner tries to slide the ball in behind for Carl and Grant. And they've given it away again, Fulham. But they just need to keep that clean sheet, Fulham, don't they? You'd fancy that they'd creak a little bit if they do concede that first goal. Staying on 0, absolutely paramount there. Areola holds his hands up there. The second time they've turned the ball over pretty much from a goal kick. Yeah, just hospital ball that into Harrison Reed, and Conor Gallagher couldn't quite get Carl and Grant in behind there. Nice one, Lewis. Yeah, look forward to seeing him play. West Brom fan man says, I was spanning because I'm getting bored of us losing all the time. There you go. Leeds v Leicester sounds like one of those games that will be fully dull or mental 5-5 draw, no in between. Shackleton, the defensive move. I suspect he will be in the Calvin Phillips spot. Chris, with Hernandez. Oh, I suppose Click could be, couldn't he? I don't know. Never second guess Bielsa. You won't win. It won't be Hernandez anyway. It'll either be Click or Shackleton. 77 gone here. Here comes Townsend. Down the left-hand side. Inside to Gallagher. Gallagher to Ivanovic. Fulham. All the white shirts behind the ball. Low block here to defend this 2-0 lead. Here is Sawyers to Ajayi, who's forward. Sawyers again. And Ivanovic, who flips that in. Nice ball by Ivanovic. Robinson swivels and half volleys, but his shot is blocked. Mitrovic can't hold it up, but Gallagher can't play it through. Here come West Brom again. Just for the last couple of minutes, the entire game is shifted into the Fulham half now. Here is Dean Garner. Back to Ajayi and Sawyers. They're trying to pierce a hole. Fulham very, very deep now. Here is Townsend, who crosses into the near post. Grant has controlled it. Oh, he's given it away. And Anthony Robinson comes away with it. Here is Lookman. Grant has chased him all the way back. Lookman placed that one inside to Tom Kearney, who's surely fouled. No. Referee says no. Sawyers leaned on Kearney, who went down. And they did have a counter on there, but Carl and Grant completely overcooks his ball through. And they've given it away. 79-30 here. Bits asked, anything else going to happen, or are Fulham shutting up shop? Fulham are shutting up shop. But you never know. If they can get a goal, West Brom, then, hey, anything could happen. But it hasn't looked likely. But here come Fulham. Kearney clips that goal, which is cleared off the line. Oh, what a miss by Reeve, who had a clear shot there with only a defender on the line. And it was blocked there. Big chance there. Johnston had come rushing out of his goal. It was clipped over the top and headed off the line. And it fell to Reed, who, if he just side-footed it to the corners or put it anywhere near one of the West Brom players' arms, would probably have scored there. They're going to watch this back. It was cleared off the line first by Townsend, and Reed blasts it. Ajayi is on the goal line with his arm like that, and I think it does hit his elbow. Yes, and VAR is having a look. So I think we're going to get a Fulham penalty here because the ball is going in the goal. Let's find out. See how strict they go with this. His referees said play on. So obviously early in the season, that would have been a penalty because the whole deliberate, not deliberate thing doesn't matter. Ajayi gets away with that one. It does hit his arm, but obviously ruled not to be in an unnatural position and not deliberate. So could have been a penalty there and 3-0 to Fulham. Alas, no. Reeve probably still should have scored, though, has to be said. Anguissa, who's had a good game, wins it in midfield. Does he get fouled? Yes, he does. And that will relieve the pressure even more so. Sawyer's contesting it, but there you go. We just have a look at this chance again here. Johnston was out to block Lookman. Kearney was a good chip. Cleared off the line. And Reed did appeal. Bobby Reed did appeal, but he has to score from there, doesn't he? Just a bit of composure. Side foot that into the goal. They did have two players back on the line to be fair. Good for people who have Fulham defenders. Who's got Fulham defenders in their FPL team? Not many, I doubt. West Brom fan, if I may banter you as I would if we were in the stadium today, you're going down. I said you are probably very likely going down, but hopefully not going down, sir. There you go. The polite Fulham fans. Right decision, says Paddy. And Giacomo says, what kind of crazy person puts Fulham defenders in their FPL? Maybe if you'll put Iain in after that goal, hey? Points ahoy for him tonight if they do keep a clean sheet. Here's Anguissa over on the right-hand side, who must be in the conversation for man of the match. By the way, we will be going to fanfirst.co.uk that I should plug to do our ratings at the end of the game. Let me know who you would have high scoring for each team. Here's Kearney coming forward. Ajayi blocks him out and Sawyers has given that away. Harrison Reed intercepts. Lookman goes for the shot. Could have played Harrison Reed back in. Shot was blocked. It's a corner for Fulham. Cavaliero is coming on. So you would think one of the wide players is coming out. Yeah, Bobby Reed. Scorer of the opening goal is coming off. And Ivan Cavaliero is coming on. Oh, Jez, schoolboy error, my friend. When a defender scores, the worst, isn't it? I had Click on the bench last week and he got an assist. No good. 84 gone. 2-0 Fulham. And Lookman into the box now with space. Lookman, ooh. Crossed it in low. Easy for Johnston there. In a good position. Rhiannon says, well, just came home from work. Fulham are winning against West Brom. Thought it would have been the other way around. Many did. Going to be a first win for Fulham. Should we have a look and see what that would do at the foot of the Premier League table? It's going to take Fulham out of the relegation zone. 4 points. If they can survive the next 6 minutes plus stoppage time without conceding 2 goals. Stranger things have happened. Hamza says, at least we aren't being locked down, so all I can do is dwell on this result. At least Hamza hasn't lost his sense of humour here. Labastos says, no penalty. No. Ajayi got off with that one. Iain Anderson plays a long ball forward. Ivanovic heads that one away. Here is Anguissa to Robinson, Anthony Robinson. Anguissa to Lookman. Fulham keeping the ball now. Kearney. And Guisa again. Reed and Guisa. Reed. Lookman. Well played, Fulham. They are playing this out quite nicely at the moment. Let's have a quick look at the numbers whilst we can. Oh, I nearly knocked the fork out of my cake there. Haven't I done well not to sit and eat cake for the whole time? 55% in favour of West Brom on the possession. 13 shots to 9 in favour of Fulham. 6-1 on target. You wouldn't be happy as a West Brom fan with 1 shot on target. 5 shots blocked, though. 2 big chances to 0 is always revealing. But as we said in the first half, doesn't tell us everything. Helpful, though. 4-3-4 to 3-5-4 in the passes in favour of West Brom. Here is Gallagher, who knocks that one back. And it goes wide to Furlong, and they have turned it over again. Lewis says Blades are going to be going down. Not started the league well. Need to get themselves the first win. Burnley are that low in the table. They're a bit like when people use a coaster to stop it wobbling. Phillips crosses to the back post, headed down by Townsend. Goal kick. Iain will be on the same FPL points as Trent Alexander-Arnold. How much is Iain? Get him in there. To be fair to West Brom, to pull off staying up a while ago when they were rock bottom. It'll be a welcome break sticking around for Leeds and Leicester. Do it. We will be here 7:45. It'll be a new stream you'll have to come along to, but we will be here none the less. Areola with the goal kick. Yes, Grealish, plenty of points for me in Fantasy League this week. I just need Click to do something in the Leeds game, or Justin to keep a clean sheet. I know those two things are opposed, aren't they? There you go. These are the scrapes we get ourselves into on fantasy football stuff. Here is Sawyers, 88 gone. West Brom need the Hail Mary now, don't they? They need a goal and they need one right now, else they are losing this game. Gallagher gives it away, and Anthony Robinson, who's done well all game actually, keeps that one in, and Lookman can relieve the pressure. Brilliant feat by Lookman. Good signing he's been. Harrison Reed to Anguissa, who plays it across to Iain and to Kenny. Iain has it again. West Brom look done now, don't they? The intensity's just gone out of them. Anguissa piling through the middle. Oh, it was a not too tricky pass on for Mitrovic if he hadn't just played 89 minutes and bustled through from central midfield. Jay says, my prediction was 2-0, so bar a late goal, I bossed this one. Nice. Hamza, on the other hand, struggling with 84-0. A good score for Sheffield United. I guess so. Got to start winning themselves, though. An 86-goal swing. Looks like Lookman is coming off and Joe Bryan is coming on. There's a defensive substitution, if ever I did see one. Joe Bryan, the playoff final hero. Coming on. Sawyers, 3 minutes of stoppage time. We are into them now. 7 seconds in. 7 seconds away. Bryan wins the first battle there with Dean Garner. And this is looking more and more like 3 points for Fulham. And they're going to go out of the relegation zone. Furlong with the throw. It's a good one, actually. And Adarabio heads out. And it's a corner. Do I want to curse this? I think it'd be the first clean sheet of the season, would it, for Fulham? If they can hold on for 2 minutes of stoppage time. Scott Parker furiously giving instructions on there. Ivanovic and Ajayi up for the corner. Anguissa marking Ajayi. In it goes and headed clear by Joe Bryan. Gallagher has it. Closed down and surely fouled by Cavaliero. And West Brom will stick this free kick in the box. They've gone short. Shows how much I know. Now it's going to go in the box from Gallagher. Really poor from him. Charged down by Kenny, who clenches his fists because he knows that might well be us into the last proper phase of play. Areola is waving his team up the pitch now to say, everybody move forward, keep the ball in the other half, and we will win this game. Areola boots the ball way down the ground. Ivanovic heads it into midfield. Harrison Reed heads it on. Kearney, he's the right guy you want to foot it to fall to because he'll just stand on the ball and keep it. Harrison Reed into Anguissa, who has given the ball away-ish and had to foul Gallagher. Gallagher takes the free kick quickly to Sawyers, who plays it out to Townsend. 92 minutes and 20 gone in this one. Dean Garner into Areola's hands, and that surely is it now. And Fulham are going to win this one. Fulham 2, West Brom 0, 30 seconds of stoppage time to go. A result that will put Fulham out of the relegation zone, despite the fact they only have 4 points from 7 games, as you can see there, or will have 4 points from 7 games. Imminently, the ball has gone dead, and we are expecting the final whistle any second now. Scott Parker takes a swig of water. Congratulations to him and congratulations to Fulham, who are going to get their first win in the Premier League. Furlong cleaning the ball. He's going to take the throw in and come on, ref. A blow up. Don't know where he's getting the extra time from here. I suppose there was a free kick, wasn't there? With 30 seconds over the 3 minutes minimum. And Fulham, congratulations to them, have got the win. 2-0 to Fulham in this one. Let's have a quick look at the numbers. Then we're going to head over to Fan First. And I will put my ratings in and you can agree or disagree in the comments there. 55 in favour of West Brom for the possession. 6 shots on target to 1 in favour of Fulham. 5 corners to 2 in favour of Fulham. 2 big chances to 0. 470 to 391 in passes. The story of this game is that in the first half, quality, quick transitions for 2 goals. One of them, an absolute stonker of a goal for Iain. And they saw the game out well in the second half. Big chance for Carlin Grant in the first half. Fulham could have got a penalty in the second half. Bilic taking Pereira out, a slightly surprising substitution. And Fulham trade places with West Brom in the relegation zone. Now, if you watch that game, head over to our partners Fan First, like I'm going to do right now, fanfirst.co.uk. And you can see I am logged in. I'm going to go into rate now. I suppose I'd better give Areola a 7 for a clean sheet there. I'll give Anderson a 6. I know we've got to give a 9 for that goal. Adarabio will give a 7 and Robinson a 7. Kearney the same. Lamina the same. Reed scored. I'm going to give Anguissa a 9, who I enjoyed, and Mitrovic an 8. Lookman a 7. Let me know what you think of those ratings. For West Brom, it's going to be fairly middling. I thought Townsend and Ajayi did okay. Livermore struggled. Kravinovic I quite liked in the first half. Dean Garner quiet. Gallagher busy. Pereira quiet. And Grant quiet. And sadly missed that chance. Let's give the referee, got most of everything right, didn't he? And the VAR. And the match entertainment, pretty decent. So there we go. That is how you use Fan First. Head over there, get your ratings in. Just have to register your team. Right, everybody. That was Fulham versus West Brom. Wow. How are you giving Mitrovic 8-8? Did you even watch the game, lol? Well, what would you give him, OJW? Deary me. Oh, dear. Some people, I better get out of the stream before I say something mean, let's just say. Mitrovic, I'm interested to rate. What would you give him, OJW, after his 2 assists in this game? Oh, a 6. Okay, so here I am watching him setting up the first goal, and he's going to lay off to set up the second goal. And congratulations, OJW. You are blocked. See you later. Right. Thank you, everybody, for watching. That was Fulham 2, West Brom 0. I will see you at 7:45 for Leeds v Leicester on this dearly departed double bill. Overrated. There we go. Right. Thank you, everybody, for watching. And I will see you very soon. Over and out. He says. I've got to press the right button, haven't I? Let me do that again. He's rattled me. Over. Thank you so much for watching. If you enjoyed this video, please hit the like button to see more videos from this channel. Hit the subscribe button and to be notified every time we upload. Ring the bell for those notifications to come through on your device. If you really want to support the channel and me as a content creator, I will be eternally grateful if you head over to the merch store and grab something, or support over on Patreon, patreon.com/Benjamin Bloom. Thank you for your time. Go and watch another video.